Good afternoon. I want to first thank Steve Wynn for presiding, of Master of Ceremonies, and Father David Scotchy for providing God's blessing. We are truly blessed to serve our patients as osteopathic physicians. And I am just so excited for today, so excited because I get to thank so many people in this room. So many people have touched me, influenced my life, mentored me. First, I want to honor my mom and dad for the many sacrifices that they gave to my brother and me, and for all their time they spent with us, all their love. I can't say enough. I would not be where I am today without my wife, Janet. I usually place or win the romance challenge when I disclose that Janet and I met under unconventional circumstances. We met at Ohio University Heritage College of Osteopathic Medicine, but we were never able to thank the individual that introduced us. You see, we met over a cadaver in gross anatomy lab. I was getting my master's in exercise physiology, and she was a physical therapy student. But wow, what a value for my dollar at Ohio University. Not only did I receive the best education, but I found my life partner. Even today, I'll have an occasional flashback when we're in conversation and Janet disagrees. Imagine that, you know. And she'll close the discussion by saying, "Over my dead body, Ron." Seriously, though, we're truly blessed to be together ever since and to have 5 wonderful children. Janet, please join me on the stage. In addition to being my boss and running our great private practice in Orlando, Florida, she does so much with pre-soma, osteopathic students and residents throughout all of Florida. She loves this profession so much that she served as the first Burns National President, leading the advocates for the American Osteopathic Association in 2014. Janet, you are the love of my life. I appreciate your willingness to sacrifice your own career and to share me with this wonderful profession. The office I assume today takes a level of leadership, engagement, and focus that one cannot do alone. I appreciate her daily critical support, her listening, and most importantly, her love. Thank you, sweetie.
You're perfect on
And
time.
Ray? I've got something just extra special for you. Those are for you. God bless you so much, sweetie. Thank you. I would like to introduce to this house Janet's new best friend, Tamara Clower. Tamara, could you please stand? Your extended family welcomes and thanks you. Speaking now to all the supportive spouses and partners here today, we all work very hard for this profession. But what we may accomplish during our careers is simply not possible without the pillars of support in our lives. Thank you all. Besides our devoted families, we all have cherished colleagues that we owe a debt of gratitude. with the utmost recognition to my predecessor, William S. Mayo, and his wife, Sherry. His steady pace and calming words were exactly what I needed when I would feel my heart racing. And during our travels, Bill taught me what is meant in the South by the phrase, "Bless your heart." Likewise, I taught him a similar saying from Orlando, "Have a magical day." Dr. Mayo admirably led this association, focused on advancing the AOA board certification, membership value, and connecting generations of the osteopathic family. Please accept my heartfelt personal thanks, and on behalf of our entire board, please join me in thanking Dr. Bill Mayo. It's a great honor to recognize previous Florida leaders who served as my mentors. Marcelina Oliva Dio, AOA president, 1988, served the profession at the local, state, and national levels for nearly 50 years and chaired the Bureau on Federal Health Programs for 18 years. Howard Neer Dio, AOA president, 1995, having a real estate license, successfully renegotiated the loan on the AOA building, cutting the debt in half. And ophthalmologist Philip L. Shettle Dio, AOA president 2005, had the foresight to expertly lead, and for those that remember his inauguration, we saw him for what he was, a true Superman. Now, I would like all AOA past presidents, all past and current Board of Trustee members and advisors to please stand. I thank this great House for electing these outstanding leaders over the years. They have served as role models and mentors in ways too numerous to mention. I'm also fortunate to have the most talented, passionate, and dedicated Board of Trustees imaginable. They are a great team elected by you. I thank the Florida delegation for nurturing and nominating me. I thank the entire Florida Osteopathic Medical Association staff, and especially the Wynn family, including Steve's wife, Judy, and daughter, Michelle. Steve was hired by Marcelina Oliva Dio as a lobbyist back in the day when he had a hole in his shoe and a bright vision for the future. He has been an exemplary executive for more than 45 years. Finally, I'm thankful for my fellowship experience of ACOP, leadership role with NBOME, and time serving the public on the Florida Licensure Board. All of these experiences have provided me with the passion and understanding of our role together to advance the distinctive osteopathic voice. Now, I'll stop using the word I for a moment and talk about us. We are a team. We have a dedicated staff that enjoys the ability to perform great work. We have much work to do and many goals, but 3 are primary and are of equal importance. And they are my goals for the coming year. Number 1, we must expand support of and collaboration with our affiliates. Number 2, we must improve certification board services. And number 3, we must enhance membership services. Let's take a look at these 3 goals. So the first is to expand support of and collaboration with our affiliates. We can and must do better at engaging and supporting our affiliates. Toward this end, you will never hear me use the words alignment, models, or messaging. I will describe respectful engagement, business solutions, and bi-directional communication with increased representation. Working with the affiliates, I have 3 key strategies to achieve these goals. First, we will expand the ACCME accreditation program to better support the needs of our affiliates. Number 2, we will improve transparency and communication with our affiliates. And number 3, we will expand opportunities for affiliate representation. We are a federation of states and osteopathic colleges. Strength in numbers has served our profession well. I am committed to reinvigorating the collaboration by improved communication, enhanced representation, and support through programs such as joint providership of CME programs. We must also protect the distinctiveness and value of osteopathic CME and the role of Category 1A CME. Let's take a moment to recognize our great executive directors and CEOs of our affiliates. If you think of a hardbound book, with each chapter of that book being written by one of our great affiliate presidents over the years, the binding of the book, the glue that holds everything together, is that great executive director of our affiliates. Not only do they serve in critical role in day-to-day operations, but they maintain the attractive culture by mentoring future DO leaders. Please join me in recognizing their commitment to our profession. The affiliate voice is unique, important, and must be heard. During the mid-year 2018 meeting, your Board of Trustees approved resolutions from the Affiliate Task Force. Now it's time to act on those resolutions, and we will do so. In addition, we're in the process of developing a new AOA strategic plan. Currently, we have 1 representative from AOSED and 1 representative from SOCI. They participate as advisors with voice but no vote. Tomorrow, I will present a nomination book for approval by your Board of Trustees that requests expanded representation to 2 members from AOSED and 2 members from SOCI, and all 4 will have voice and vote. My second goal is to improve certification board services. Lord Horatio Nelson has been famously quoted, "Never mind the maneuvers, just go straight at them." And that aptly describes my approach to this second goal. Look, no one likes to be assessed. I don't like to be assessed, except maybe by Janet. But at the end of the day, the physician has to feel that something good comes from this process, that it makes us better physicians, that it results in better patient care. The process must be efficient, less costly, and less intrusive. Above all, it must assess what we do. And I have 3 strategies to improve the physician experience. Number 1, improve operational efficiency by adding critical full-time employees and positions. Number 2, improve assessment characteristics and the assessment experience. And number 3, define an implementation plan for longitudinal assessment. We have listened to you and recognized the need to expand the certifying board services team to improve our existing certification processes. We must achieve this goal, and we'll do it with innovation, and we'll do it in collaboration with our boards as true, authentic partners. We must commit to developing new methods and strategies for providing specialty board certification while reinforcing osteopathic competencies. This House of Delegates has heard many debates about osteopathic identity and preservation of the profession for more than a century. Join me for a moment in time travel. Remember, I'm from Orlando, I can do that. Let's travel back in time. It's the early 1900s, and the osteopathic profession is in conflict between the lesionists and the broad osteopaths. The lesionists feel that the strict tenets of Andrew Taylor still should be followed. The broad osteopaths feel that there should be broader training for osteopathic physicians in surgery and obstetrics, and that there's appropriate use of medications in their practice. The broad osteopaths, as we can surmise, eventually will be successful. But that's not until 1929, when the AOA, through this great House of Delegates, made it official policy that the AOA was in favor of a more complete and unlimited scope of practice. Now, let's fast forward back to today. As we say in Orlando, back to the future. Today, we are modern medicine with a personal touch. Modern medicine meaning we utilize all the latest technology, pharmaceutical, surgical interventions, but we never lose focus on the person. We focus on the mind, body, and spirit. Osteopathic physicians practice with a broader differential. To quote President Karen Nichols, DO, single GME accreditation works because it occurs after undergraduate medical education identity formation. Quite simply, our identity and patient-centric focus is an innate cultural response, tends not to decrement, and is ever present. To further illustrate this point, while visiting Lincoln Memorial DeBusk College of Osteopathic Medicine, I met student Dr. Cole Carter. While thinking osteopathically, he identified a very unique opportunity. He found children suffering from traumatic hand amputations and formed an on-campus club to address their needs. His club was formed to print 3D hands accurately, efficiently, and for very little expense. The children became twice as active, socially engaged, and overcame such an adverse childhood experience. Cole was incorporating our osteopathic principles while embracing today's technology. This is one of many such examples of student innovation. I want to recognize all and thank all of our osteopathic medical students for choosing us, for challenging us, and for inspiring us. Together, our profession will celebrate many discoveries and developments from this collective empathetic brain power. My purpose for illustrating and contrasting these 2 points in time is to exaggerate the change in thinking and the evolving role and skills of physicians. Today, as in 1926, we are the guardians of the osteopathic domain, and we debate how the forces of change affect patient care. Can you imagine this profession if we didn't expand our training to all specialties? Can you imagine this profession as we partner osteopathic tenets with emerging technology? Assessment drives learning, and certification adapts to demonstrate excellence to the public. It is time for the AOA to lead in certification. Our certification must have the capability to assess what you do. We need to know what you do. We need to correctly assess what you do day in and day out. And that's based on the blueprint of a job task analysis. In order to do that, we will be infusing capital and staff to accommodate the changing assessments for certification. These are not aspirational words. These are action words. Jeannie James, please stand. I'd like to introduce Jeannie James to everyone. She will be working in certification to operationalize and provide clear guidance to our certifying board services. The resolutions that you approve today as AOA policy will be implemented, will be followed, and we want to acknowledge Jeannie James for doing this. Together, working with Kevin Clower, the trains will run on time. AOA board certification will be recognized as an innovator in certification by employers, regulators, and accreditors, and must be the physician's choice of certification. This brings me to my third goal: enhancing member services. We must exceed and anticipate your expectations. The AOA exists to ensure you have the best possible professional partner and advocate. Again, I have three goals, three strategies to accomplish that goal. Strategy number one, a new membership database. We are designing an improved MRM, a membership relationship management database. Number two, we will define and implement strategies for a more personal member experience. And this will be informed by the great work of your membership task force and the Bureau of Membership. And strategy number three, the directory of our great staff with pictures and contact information, last published for House of Delegates 2013, will return as an easily accessible online resource so you can call us. We sometimes take things for granted. Ask yourself why you're a member of the AOA. The answer may not be obvious, but it's quite simple. Being a member is an investment in yourself and an investment in the profession. An investment in yourself for professional development, opportunities to acquire leadership skills, research opportunities, and so much more. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this family. Thank you for being a member of the AOA. I ask that when you go home, you share your passion with your colleagues and describe what resonates with you. In order to better serve our members, we must be able to better assess, anticipate, and respond to your needs. One of the biggest needs of membership is advocacy for you and your patients. Most people think the most dangerous time in Florida is during the hurricane season. Well, it's not. It's the same time as in your home state. It's when the legislature's in session. I commit to you that I will do all in my power to maintain a distinctive osteopathic voice in all legislative matters, act as an ambassador for our patients, and protect the sacred patient-physician relationship. We have very passionate staff in our Washington, D.C. office at the National Osteopathic Advocacy Center, always keeping a watchful eye on the barometer of healthcare. And together, we must address physician resiliency, reduce barriers such as prior authorization, deal with those inefficient electronic health records that are not yet interoperable, and we have to constantly focus on the constant challenges to OMT coding. Let me share some final concluding remarks. Last year, I committed to those who nominated me that the AOA must be physician-directed and physician-led. Warren Buffett once said, in looking for people to hire, you look for three things. You look for integrity, intelligence, and energy. Integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if you don't have the first, the other two will kill you. Kevin Clowardeo has answered the call of this profession his entire career. We share many things in common. Together, we believe our work to be critical to our organizational successes. We together love this profession. And we share in the mutual belief that both of our roles are a capstone to our respective careers. Now, during my travels, I've been offered several leadership books to read. I've got quite a collection by now. There are two that I have read thoroughly. They are my favorite, and I will follow them until modified by this great house. They are the AOA Constitution and Bylaws and the AOA House of Delegates Compendium of Policy. The AOA is your community. It is the foundation of our profession's culture. We are your professional family. Membership curates osteopathically distinctive events. Osteopathically distinctive events to inspire you, resources to guide you, and a community to protect you. In sports, everyone wants to buy season tickets when the team is having a good year. You have my commitment that this team will have a great year. This year, I commit to you that our great staff with the Board of Trustees governance will evolve to an AOA you have never seen before. Tell your colleagues to buy their season tickets now. I don't want anyone to miss out. Thank you. Thank you for the faith you have entrusted in me. I look forward to hearing from you. God bless.